Hey everyone, welcome back to Brutally Honest Reviews. I'm Evan, and here with me today is Rob, Justin, and Taylor, and we're here reviewing Sorry to Bother You. And Sorry to Bother You is kind of a weird movie that we really aren't given much ahead of time in terms of setting up a storyline, but we are given the main character played by Donald Glover, who his name is Cassius, right? Donald Glover? Cassius?
Oh, not Donald Glover.
Not Donald Glover? Donald Glover plays a different character.
Lakeith.
A what?
His name is Lakeith.
Lakeith Stanfield.
All right. It's played by Lakeith Stanfield, but Donald Glover's in it, right?
No.
Yeah. Not Donald.
Danny Glover.
Danny Glover.
Yeah.
Which is not Danny Glover. Oh, it is Danny Glover from
Lethal Weapon.
From Lethal Weapon. Okay. All right, that makes more sense. Okay, so Lakeith, I don't know who he is. What else is that guy in?
Atlanta.
He's in Atlanta. He's in The Sunken Place and Get Out.
He's in Selma.
Yep.
Death Note. Get Out. He's actually busy. He's real busy.
Damn.
He earned that paycheck.
So the point, our main character, Lakeith of Atlanta, of other things, goes into he's gonna try to get hired at a call center. Yeah, telemarketing call center. Same difference. Goes in, has the interview, everything, and he's really excited. He has his GED with him probably, and I forget what it was, like a diploma or something.
It was fake though.
He's got that fake employee of the month
He made
thing.
like fake trophy, fake certificates, and then that's why the guy was like, the funny thing is, I was actually the manager of that branch, and I know you weren't there.
Yeah.
So he was lying.
So those were fakes?
Yeah, it was all
These
fake.
are things that I did not pick up on?
It was all fake. He was just trying to get the job. He had no credentials, no experience, no anything.
All right. So Lakeith goes in. He tries to get the job. The guy, he's surprised when the manager actually just hires him right off the bat. Says you're exactly what we're looking for. He starts working, and he quickly finds out that he's not really cut out for the job. We see him making some telemarketing calls, and we see every time he makes a telemarketing call, he literally drops into the room of the person he is trying to sell whatever it is he's trying to sell to people. What'd you guys think about that, the scene?
I loved how he would just drop in and out of the scenes from the guy eating like breakfast with his daughter and then the lady and the man
Yeah.
I thought it made it a lot.
wrestling on the couch without their clothes on.
It was definitely an interesting way to do it, because if they just showed him on the phone and we only saw one end of the conversation, I don't think we would have really cared as much. So it was kind of cool that they put you into the other end of the call as well.
I appreciate that. Every time it did that, it put you into a very Bugs Bunny cartoon feel. Like it just felt like you're watching Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd.
Like a live action
It
cartoon.
wasn't that wasn't the greatest analogy of it, but it made it feel so much more comical than any of the script was. There's nothing about those scenes that are particularly funny. It's just the way it was shot.
Yeah. I know it's a little bit later, but I particularly the one where he drops in and he's just trying to sell something to a guy who's just taking a shit. It's pretty good. He's very, very, very insistent that he buys this product. But anyway, we see throughout the story Lakeith and his character name is Cassius, and his girlfriend at the time, character name
Detroit,
right?
Parents wanted to give her an American name. It's more American than
Actual
Detroit.
quote from the movie.
America.
So we see the struggle of them going through. We see Detroit is an artist, and her work. She tries to basically. She's trying to use herself to show tragedy in the world. She's basically using art as a weapon. Very motivated, very not about financial success opposed to just what's right and morals. And then you see Lakeith, who's really kind of just about stepping on people to get to what he thinks he deserves and is entitled to. So we
That's
see.
a weird way you view that. I didn't view it that way at all.
I thought he seemed so entitled.
I just think he did whatever was asked of him.
Yeah.
Like they said, stick to the script, and he really didn't go outside of that.
I view that more as he's somebody that needed money.
Yeah.
And he did what he had to do to collect monies.
Yeah.
I don't think he ever thought he was elitist. His character, like, he never carried that ambiance like he was elitist throughout any. Even when he had money and he was men and he walked around like his dick had big dick energy.
There was more a moral part later on though. There was a moral part when he was like, "Oh, do I help my friends or do I, continue to just continue to grow my wealth and stuff like that?" And he kind of goes for.
I didn't even see it in your light that way either. I thought that was just like him being like, "I got mine, fucking earn yours." That's how I saw that. That could be elitist, but it also is at the same time like that's just capitalism.
He's really just looking out for himself,
He's like, I want to eat.
Yeah, I think the pressure of like living with his uncle and him knowing he was gonna lose his house, I think he was just in the mindset of like, I gotta do whatever I gotta do, and if that involves screwing over my friends, then I don't think he was happy about it. Like, I think he felt bad.
No, you can see his disdain every time he like knew he was gonna fuck somebody over. He'd fuck Detroit over. He got upset. He'd screw his friends over. He got even more upset. So he definitely wasn't comfortable with the idea of being like money first, but he definitely was like, I am tired of living like this, and if it means losing some of you lazy fucks, then I'm doing it. That's how I view him as thinking about it, though.
Does he ever really go through an arc though? Because doesn't he eventually just like have to basically help his friends because his other option is going weird? They never really,
going weird.
Literally, they never really come around to. I don't want to go into that too early, but they never come around to like they never seal the deal as like did he morally mature? Is that maturity?
I think he pretty much stays the same character throughout the whole movie until the very end.
Yeah.
Well, I think we saw his priorities shift because once he made all that money and his uncle was all set and everything was taken care of, and then he realized, this is a lot of messed up stuff. I probably shouldn't back it. But I think most of it was because of the whole aspect of like the family and not, being homeless, which was kind of driving the beginning.
Yeah. I mean,
let's talk about that uncle though.
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews.
I was very happy to see Terry Crews. I wish that he was in more of the movie though.
Yeah. He's so good in everything he's in. He's just, I don't know. I mean, his giant gold cross with his diabetes pills in it.
What was it? What was it that was coming out of the cross?
I think it was a Pez.
I thought it was like a Tic Tac or something.
Diabetes, and then he just popped open his cross and took out a little pill. And as far as I know, insulin doesn't come in pill form, so
that was the best way. You could see how long they staged that scene for like extra long time because they knew how ridiculous it was, but they still kept it in the movie.
Oh yeah,
like they knew it was like, all right, this is something we really just want Terry Crews to have a golden cross.
It was ridiculously big.
Yeah.
That like sums up this whole movie. This didn't need to exist, and yet, oof.
Everything in the movie is larger than it needs to be, and yet it works.
Yeah.
Like
I think that was kind of the point, right?
It sees ridiculously and then it goes past it.
So let's go back. So back to the plot when she gets the job at the call center. Once he gets the job at the call center, he starts making calls, and then real quick, he meets Danny Glover, who sits next to him at the call center, who tips him off that he's got to use his white voice. So then we hear him try his white voice, and actually, who plays Danny Glover's white voice?
I have no idea.
That's the one we did.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
All I know is that David Cross is Cash's white voice. Yeah. And you hear that instantly.
Yeah, that's great.
We didn't really hear the other one as much, so I didn't pick up on it.
Just a line or two.
It was like literally a line or two.
Forrest Whitaker's in this.
Is that him? No.
No. We'll get to that after. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I think I already know
what
he plays.
Way off guard.
So he's at the call center. He is taking calls, starts using his white voice, which, like Rob said, Cash's voice is David Cross from Arrested Development. There's always money in the banana stand. And he meets his really weird, awkwardly motivational boss with neck tattoos and just random gang tattoos all over his arms, and
I love the anarchy tattoo on his neck. That guy is so weird.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He
He's
was
like
insane.
every kid in high school that was angry and grew up into a manager's position.
I grew up with like at least 6 people who I could say that is grown up.
Speaking of that, did any of you catch his like trophy pictures on Cash's desk when he rolled up? How all of them were really prestigious, but the last one was just him getting a lap dance from a stripper.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, out of focus, like
Yeah.
off screen, like an Easter egg.
No, I
It
didn't
just
see that.
throws these little stupid things in every now and again, and you have to do a double take while you're looking at it. Well, was that bad?
Yeah. That was pretty funny.
I love that manager. I loved his hiring manager.
Oh, yes, Stephen Root.
When he called him out
We know him
online,
from
he goes,
Office
Office
Space.
Space, yeah.
He plays Milton.
Robert Longstreet?
What? Okay, we're wrong. Look it up. What's he in? He's in Barry.
Barry, that's what
where
I
he's
was gonna say. I was like,
I really loved how he called him out on his bullshit and then basically told him that he would have hired him if he could just read.
well, yeah, when he puts the trophy, he's like, you know what this shows
He's
me?
like, it shows initiative. I
and you can
basically would have
read.
just hired you if you
I
could
don't think
read.
so, man.
Look all filmography. This is like
What are we looking up now?
he's Barry.
Yeah,
Robert Longstreet.
right.
He plays Barry. In Barry. No, he plays not
No,
Barry.
he plays
the other guy in Barry.
what's his name?
What the fuck is Barry?
Oh my
It's an
goodness.
HBO
God.
show that's
Hold on,
it's
I got
pretty
this.
good.
We don't know who this stranger is.
It's not him.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Is
Are
that
you
Stephen
sure?
Root?
Nope. He's not the guy in Office. I've never seen this guy.
Stephen Root. Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's him.
No, this
That's
is
Stephen Root.
No.
Wow. Can we just talk about how closely Stephen Root and Richard Longstreet look?
Oh, it's not him.
It's-
yeah, I
yeah,
thought
it's
no.
not.
When I first saw him,
Yeah.
I thought it was Stephen Root.
That's weird.
All right. Anyway,
Anyway, so we're back to the plot. So he gets in the midst of
really
this. So everybody at the office where Cassius works is going on strike because they want more money, including his friend who works there as well,
all
including
Squeeze's
his friend
I
Squeeze.
was very happy to see.
Squeeze wasn't his friend. Squeeze wasn't his friend.
Who's the actor?
Squeeze
Glenn?
fucked his bitch.
Yeah, that fucking
That did
plays
happen.
Glenn? What's his
that
name?
son of a bitch from Walking Dead.
Stephen
Yeun.
Stephen Yeun.
Yeah.
Dude in Walking Dead that
Stephen
died
Yeun.
season like 1.2.
Whoa.
I watched that
Calm down.
season just to
Sorry.
watch him die.
Good, I'm glad.
Well, I wanted
That's
to see
messed
who
up.
would
I
die.
wanted everyone in The Walking Dead to die. It was a great
Is
series.
that show over yet?
No,
It should have been
Oh,
like 8
who am I looking
seasons
for?
ago.
Stephen Yeun. Right there, Squeeze.
That's Squeeze.
Yeah.
We're looking for his
Squeeze
best
was
friend.
starting
for his best
Salvador.
the rally.
Jermaine Fowler.
Salvador. Okay.
I
So
didn't
his-
even know his name was Salvador.
So his friend joined Stephen Yeun from The Walking Dead, and Stephen Yeun from The Walking Dead is like a activist turned, like he's a low-key activist, kind of undercover at different jobs so he can get people to form unions and get better wages, blah, blah, blah. But he really has the hots for Cassius's girlfriend, and we see that kind of flare up, and then we're wondering, like, ooh, is she gonna leave him because he's a piece of shit now? And then we'll get to that though at the end. But so that's going on. While that's going on, Cassius is being asked to be a power caller by the management because they need some kind of leverage over this giant group to keep them from succeeding. So he becomes a power caller. He meets the dude from the Old Spice commercials with
Who
ridiculous
isn't
chopper.
Terry Crews?
Who isn't
Who was
Terry Crews.
also in the Old Spice
The other Old
commercial.
Spice guy.
Right. So do we have all the Old Spice guys in this movie or no?
Yeah,
We do.
both of them. Yeah.
Or
There's
at
only
least,
two?
Like
Just no two that matter.
Okay.
anything
Fair.
sub like 2000 doesn't matter because just Terry Crews. But anyway, we see the Old Spice guy. We meet him. He's got the sideburns. They're real crazy. His white voice is David Cross, and it's hilarious.
Patton Oswalt.
Patton Oswalt. God,
Patton
I
Oswalt.
everything. God, this movie was just so crazy. But so Patton Oswalt is his voice. And he ends up introducing him to the top shareholder at this weird company called
Worry
Free.
Basically
Worry
Amazon.
free.
Basically Amazon. So
Interesting.
would you live at Worry Free, Justin?
No.
No.
What do you mean? What?
You got everything you need.
They wear those ugly smocks?
They get those triple bunks and you don't even get your own bed. You
Right.
gotta share with
No,
someone.
what really threw me off was when they were like, I'm the best paperclip maker ever. And it's like, I don't need that in my life. I don't want to be the best single thing I could ever be.
Well, it's like I feel like now so many people are struggling to like have jobs and have stable housing and have income, and like it kind of like seeing it portrayed in that way, like basically like be a slave and we'll make sure you have one bed and a meal.
Half a
It's
bed.
kind of like a little scary though how it reflects on society, because I do know so many people who might be like, you know what, I don't have a job or a house or food every day, so sign me up. It's like little, I don't know.
There's some people who would really do it.
There's definitely people who would really do it.
I know at least one person.
Yeah,
who would
of course.
Strongly consider it.
Yeah, that was definitely
No, he
deeply like utopian about that. Like,
Yeah.
I think that the majority of the undertone of this movie is like, this could be real. To a
Right,
point.
right. That's what I was trying to say.
Maybe to a point, honestly.
It's
Who knows?
all exaggerated and all over the top, but that's, to get your attention and
comedy.
right.
So anyway, we meet worry-free guy.
Played
Spare
by-
me coming up with his name.
Oh no, I'll tell you his name.
Will you?
The guy is Army Hammer, the coolest name in show business.
No, the actor. I know the actor.
Steve Lift.
Steve Lift.
Yeah,
Steve
it's
Lift.
like a mix between Steve Jobs,
His name really
Bill
is Armie
Gates.
Hammer, but I
Yeah,
feel
it's
like
the
we're saying
coolest
Army
name in the
wrong.
world. No, it's Army Hammer.
So this character
Such a cool name.
was awesome, in my opinion. It was
The
just
He was
CEO guy?
fantastic.
The CEO guy?
Yeah.
CEO
Yeah,
guy.
he was cool.
Yeah. So he was
I liked
pretty
his
funny.
character a lot.
What do you think? What was your favorite parts about him?
Oh, between him doing cocaine,
Well, I just like the line when
telling
he's like,
him that these people at his party all suck, they're all here, their stories are shit.
I think when they showed him just
Everything-
do the giant line and then pick up his head, like, well, now you know why I've called you all here. And I was like, that's
That
perfect.
line was 4 feet long. And he did the whole thing, and it showed you from beginning to end. That one snort took 15
Yeah.
seconds.
I
And
thought it
that
was going to be
the
him alone.
only sound.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagined him like alone in an office, and then it just comes up and it's like this whole party of people just watching him do this giant line of coke.
I loved it.
It's like-
Oh, that guy is so great.
So we meet him. We're at this weird party, and at some point, everybody just starts getting down and doing coke.
I think just he's doing coke.
yeah, I feel like he was the
I
only
think
one
it's
doing
just
coke.
It might be just him.
Just really likes
did a
cocaine.
lot.
No, because
Coke.
he's. We're gonna get to what he's doing later. So Cassius gets pulled into the office, and they tell him, you're one of our top power callers, blah blah blah. We only pick the elite. He makes him snort this coke. This line of coke is what he thinks it is, and then tells him the story about he's gonna turn everyone into. Well, first he
No.
shows him a clip of these random ass horse creatures called.
No, he didn't show him the
No.
clip. He
asked to go to the
left
bathroom.
and went to the bathroom and opened the wrong
Oh, and
door
saw it,
He
yeah.
and
ran
saw
into the horse
all of the
people.
half horse people.
They
Yeah.
have names.
The
No, they don't.
They do.
Equisapien.
Equisapiens.
Equisapiens.
Equus.
I thought that during that part, I was like, okay, is this a hallucination? Did the drugs
I thought
hit
it
him
was all
weird?
messed up.
Like, is he dreaming? Like, I did not expect it to be like, no, this is just what is happening in the reality of this
And
universe.
I mean, you had no reason to expect it either, because from the trailers, it basically just, this guy's doing a white voice, working his way up the ladder. And then it turns into these horse people who all don't wear pants. And his
Yeah.
main selling point to Cash for getting the job and becoming the leader of the horse people is he gets a big swinging horse thing.
But, so, the part that I gasped at earlier when I was looking up cast was when he stumbles into that bathroom and finds those horse peoples, the only voice you hear is Forrest fucking Whitaker.
Really?
And I am shook by that.
He's the horse.
He's the one
That
that's
didn't
saying,
need
like,
to
help
exist.
me.
Yeah. That didn't need to exist.
Forrest Whitaker goes to he's
Lazy
a
Eye.
ghost dog.
Oh,
Out.
You know, one eye's all fucked up, the other one kind of
Yeah.
looks like a regular person eye.
He's that meme too going around.
Last King of Scotland.
Yeah.
That wasn't a great description, buddy.
Yeah, but he goes to metal shows and stuff. It's weird. So he's
He's in on it.
Probably got that eye messed up in a
he
mosh
probably
pit.
reached out to do it.
Rosario, yeah,
seems
Rosario
familiar.
Dawson's in, she's the elevator voice. It's like, I hope you masturbated today.
oh my god, that
Or
was
hope
so
you didn't masturbate
creepy.
today.
You gotta
You-
get you
Doesn't
at
she
the top
say
of
like
your
I can
game.
smell you or like something like really
Yeah.
creepy like that?
So
Like
weird.
your pheromones are giving off like whatever. I don't know. It was weird.
It was creepy. Beautifully creepy.
That sums up the movie beautifully creepy. It's all just so weird, but it all just fits.
Yeah.
Like it all together makes sense.
Well, yeah, I think everyone
not
who walked
making
out of the
sense.
theater was like, "What did I just watch?" But then they were also like, "I liked it." Like
Well,
everyone
not
enjoyed.
everybody.
Justin and I witnessed a couple of groups of elderly Caucasian folks
Oh
who
man.
walked out
Like right at the ending.
at
Like
the end.
5 to 10
Like,
minutes
it took
before
him-
the end.
It took them that long to realize, oh, what did we get ourselves into, Beatrice?
Beatrice.
We're sitting there talking. We're whispering to each other like, the last 10 is not anywhere near as bad as the
Yeah.
first 40.
You've
Yeah.
already
Like-
witnessed the horse schlongs. Just keep going. How much weirder can it get?
It was a long movie though, and I mean,
It was
it
an hour
felt,
30.
it felt long.
It's an hour 30.
Really?
I don't think it felt too long, but I was definitely like,
Pretty short on the shit we've seen this year list.
Well,
be what we
yeah.
call that,
I've
honestly.
I've seen some long movies this year.
Wait for Avatar 2.
I'm not seeing that.
that's a thing.
I'm not seeing.
I honestly
any of
hope
them.
not.
I'd
I don't
rather
have a
watch
week to
Titanic
watch that.
again.
All right, we're
I
off
hate
topic.
James
So yeah,
Cameron.
come back to
Except
Sorry
for
to Bother You.
Terminator.
We see him with the CEO. The CEO is super bummed out that he doesn't want to be part of this horse
He's
culture.
offended.
Yeah,
Not just upset, he's downright
Genuinely
offended that he
offended.
wouldn't want to become a horseman.
genuinely offended.
Run, horsemen.
So then, now, Cassius gets the hint that maybe he's being a dick. And he now decides that horse people is where he draws the line. And he goes and joins the picket line
After all this.
after all this.
Equisapiens is where I draw the line.
Somehow we try to salvage any
So
kind
many
of
thoughts.
moral feeling about Cassius. I think personally that he's still unchanged. All he was is freaked out by some horse people. He isn't
Yeah.
really changed.
Yeah, if
I
he
agree
didn't
with
have
that.
to become a horseman.
I don't think he made like
I
some
don't-
360 or anything like that.
He's freaked out. There's horse people. That's the only thing.
Because he shows her the video. Because Detroit says, "Is that why you called me at midnight or whatever?" And he's like, "What? Let me see that." And
Yeah.
and that was the video of the horse people in the bathroom who had his phone, and that's the moment where she's like, "We got to tell people this."
Yeah.
But I don't think it was him having any sort of.
But surprisingly, he ends up getting the girl, even though he really doesn't change.
I think
It's kinda weird,
Maybe so. There's this. The entire undertone of what we're talking about is basically just capitalism, in and of itself, right? Like, how far will you go for the paycheck of your dreams? And that's really all. Like, your questioning is morals.
That's the big picture. I'm talking about the story.
That is the story.
No, it's not. Well, yes, no.
That's his
the
story.
is not capitalism. The story
No, no.
is him. The undertone is capitalism.
His story is capitalism.
But it's
His
not.
entire story is, what can I do to get better and higher in this?
Yeah, and I understand that, but like his character arc, his narrative, his romance is his story. His plight is his story. What they're showing in the larger picture is kind of capitalism and all these other things, but his story is still.
I thought his
His
relationship, like even his love arc that you think is like the arc where you feel or
It's-
whatever. No, I'm just saying like I think that's secondary to his financial needs.
I'm just pointing out an obvious flaw in the movie where I understand that we're trying to get to a character arc where now we're in the moral side of things where now he's seen what capitalism can do and now he's changed, but it was kind of
Well,
it's nothing to complain about, it's just a small thing.
I think
But
that his defining moment was when he saw Detroit get up on stage and let people throw things and sheep's blood or whatever at her, and he said, like, "Why are you doing this? Why are you letting them treat you like this?" And she said, like, "Stick to the script." Like, she threw it back in his face, basically like, "What I'm doing is how I see what you're doing by being in this job." And I think that was where he was like, "Oh, this isn't okay anymore."
Right.
Because when she threw his words back, because that was his whole thing, like, "Oh, I'm sticking to the script, I'm just making money to make money so that I can survive." And then when she interpreted it in her way, which was this dramatic art piece, having people basically abuse her on stage, and he
Yeah.
freaked out, she said it right back to him, "Stick to the script, like,
Yeah.
I'm fighting the other side the same way you're fighting your side." And I think that was probably the moment where he, like, made
Yeah.
that, like, switch.
Right, that's actually a big pivotal moment we missed. Yeah. Yeah, I still think that there should have been. I don't think that he should have. I don't think this should have ended with a happy ending. I'm gonna say that's what I'm gonna say about this one, and I think it ended with a happy ending.
I don't know about that.
What?
It ended happy?
You forget about?
Am I forgetting something?
Oh, I think you are.
Did I really?
He turns into a full-blown horseman.
Oh well, that's a twist.
That's
the twist.
I don't know if that's a twist.
If that's a happy ending, then
When he
horse dick
did that-
must be the light.
When he did that cocaine, he always had a feeling it was the
Do that
horse
one.
drug anyways. And then he got all paranoid,
Yeah.
had the doctor look at his wee-wee.
Oh, that was pretty funny when
he
she
could've
was
just
like,
had
no, it
it-
looks the same to Detroit, too.
Couldn't I just look at your nostrils to see if those grow? And he was just like,
Have they grown?
oh yeah, well, probably. Said he just has people go look at his wee. Not changing yet.
I just want to know why he smashes his door in the garage and then suddenly becomes Horseman.
Yeah, the timing was a little weird.
He closed the door and his nose grew so it hit it. Like he closed the
So
door
it was
on
just a
his
delayed
face.
reaction,
Whoever
and that
wins
was the
the
moment
Yeah, like
that
I
it
guess
happened.
I guess the horsification takes a little bit.
Horsification. I actually thought in that scene, I was like, what is he doing? One of those like stumble, awkward, now I'm going to propose to you because I'm on one knee moments.
Oh, yeah.
Like I thought it was going to be super cheesy like that. And then it was like, no, I have a horse face. I was like, well, that went a different way than I saw it in my head.
One of my favorite things about the movie, though, was just to come back to that. I know I missed it, but I forgot about the opening scene when we see him sleeping and wake up, and then his garage opens when he's trying to get it on. That was a pretty funny
I was
scene.
like, get a room, this is my room.
This is my room.
That was good. I like that a lot.
I really can't think of anything I hated about the movie.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say this right now. As soon as I saw Danny Glover in the movie, I said, "This
Spider-Man.
motherfucker better say he's getting too old for this shit." As a callback to Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
And not only is
He
there
did.
one Lethal Weapon joke, there's two. Because in the Lethal Weapon, Mel Gibson has to dislocate his shoulder to get out of the straitjacket. He talks about that. And
I missed that.
yeah.
When was
He
that?
talks about having to dislocate his shoulder.
Oh.
Now, there's two Lethal Weapon callbacks in this movie, which I really like. But so happy that he said he was getting too old for this shit. Because he was too old for this shit 30 years ago.
I didn't notice that.
I don't think
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I was looking for it. That's why I noticed it.
When I saw him, do you know what I recognized him from? And you're gonna laugh if you've seen it.
Not Lethal
Yeah.
Weapon, so I'm upset.
One guess.
No, I don't know.
Delta Farce.
Oh, that fucking movie.
It's so bad.
I saw 30 minutes of that piece
I
of
don't
shit.
know that one.
Oh, it's so bad. He is Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah, Larry the Cable
The
Guy,
new guy.
the new kid, the new guy.
The new guy?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, I
my
forget his name.
God, the
Little skinny white
worst
guy.
of
Yeah.
people on earth.
Although even though DJ Qualls is kind of like nauseous, makes me nauseous. I like him for like what he is.
Is that his name?
DJ Qualls?
I
Yeah.
didn't know he had one.
Yeah.
I mean, he's weird, and he always plays a weird guy. He's good at playing a weird guy.
Yeah, I saw him in something, and I always remembered his name just because how weird he looks. Nobody looks like him.
No. Actually, I kind of work with a guy that looks like him. And a mix between the lemur from that movie Dinosaur.
All right, we're a little
That is
off
so
topic now.
specific.
Oh,
You're
if
very
you
off.
saw
We're
him.
very off topic.
Yeah.
So we get back to the story. The CEO is upset. His pre-Cassius turning into a horse. We're still in the story. So they do the picket line. They win. Everybody's happy. At the end of the movie, we come back to Detroit and Cassius inside the same garage that he lives in. He still lives in the same garage, but brought a bunch of the nicer furniture in, of course. And then he turns into the
Equisapien.
Equisapien.
And then he goes back to the mansion of the CEO guy and gives him like a "here I am, motherfucker"
Yeah,
kind of thing.
we're giving some more lines.
Better horse. Can
So
be
there's
long
gonna
coat.
be a second one,
I'm
or
sure.
Yeah, there'll be a second
they
one.
definitely set it up like there was gonna be another one.
It's
How,
gonna.
how well did it do? That's the question.
Oh, it already made back
3
its.
times back
I mean,
budget.
the budget
really?
for the movie was only $3.5 million.
Oh yeah.
Which
It
is
was
crazy
so
to me.
ridiculous. I mean, Game of Thrones is more expensive than that per episode of show. And this is a full
I really
movie.
liked visually like all of the
so many
settings
Game of
of
Thrones
each
shows.
scene too. Like I liked the styling of it, and I liked the shots that they were getting. So I'm surprised that the budget was that low. Actually,
What was your favorite part?
my
I'm gonna go around.
favorite
I got mine.
part.
Mine's inappropriate.
Or favorite Easter egg or little thing they threw in.
I'll tell you. So going into it, I had no idea what this movie was about. I didn't see the trailer, so every scene I was like, what, like over and over again. But the scene in the party where they tell him to rap because he's the only black guy,
God.
and then that I'm not gonna go into the lyrics of his rap because I'm way too white for that. But
only 2
that
words.
scene. When everyone just started like chanting with him, and I was like, this is so messed up. Like, this is the most racist thing I have ever seen in my life. It was so shocking, but like that's what sticks in my head when I think of the movie because it was just so like I was just not expecting it at all.
Well, to piggyback off that, I loved when he actually tried rapping, and everyone was like, "What?"
Yeah, because he was like, just because I'm black doesn't mean
And
I
then
can rap.
he was like, "All right, I got this." Just 2 words is all it took. No hard R needed.
Yeah. So basically, he was saying the N-word. Basically, he was making fun of. I think it was just they were making fun of in the movie, just making fun of the way rap is right now. I mean, I hope.
probably.
Oh
I hope
yeah,
they were.
oh yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
it was terrible. But anyway.
But then all the white girls in the audience were just like
Oh, they loved it.
chanting along with it.
You've seen that shit. In 8th grade, all the girls talked about in biology class was going to see Luda after biology class. That's all.
2018, Justin would see Luda.
This white girl.
17? What
This
year
white
is it?
girl.
10 years ago, Luda. That was a good Luda.
I'd see any Luda.
What was your
You can
favorite
see
part?
modern Luda.
Of course.
Yeah, they hear him play some old shit. Yeah.
He doesn't have any new shit. What else is he gonna play?
He's got new shit.
He's got new shit.
It's
Where?
actually not bad, actually. Vices.
I have not heard.
I'm gonna go
Oh,
look-
I love that song.
Yeah.
I actually
I'm gonna
really
go
like
listen to
that
this new
song.
Yeah.
shit.
that's
Luda,
actually
you
not
should
bad.
make new music.
Well, we won't put it on for you, but go listen to Vices by Luda if you know what's up.
What was your favorite scene?
My favorite. I'm not gonna say favorite scene.
Or
maybe we'll
favorite
come
part.
back to it. But like my favorite thing for me in general was the Troy's earrings. Every scene were a different
Love them.
movie quote or a different reference to either culture or movies or books. Or every single one. The first one we see, I think, is murder, kill, kill, kill.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Friday the 13th. Pretty sure something else used that too. I don't remember what it is. It's probably the reference. But I thought it was really cool just to bring in different references and like Lethal Weapon. There were some other ones too that I'm not coming to brain right now, but I'm sure I'll look them up and find them afterwards. What about you?
I can't even pinpoint anything I loved more than any other thing.
Because you loved it all.
No, I just kind of viewed it all in the same. I think like probably my favorite scenes were in the telemarketing office and like the white voice, the initial white voice, and the pinning. Every time he calls, he just falls into the pit of reality, the
Yeah.
person's reality. Then just like mixed with the sarcasm of those managers, like that. That's pretty much retail management at its finest.
The white girl manager was pretty funny,
Oh,
I
she
thought.
was so creepy.
She was
so good.
yeah, she was wicked creepy, but I thought her character was funny.
Oh, she was like Rebel Wilson, like a new Rebel Wilson. And I don't want to say new because I don't know who
words.
she is, but she was really
She
good.
was, as the
look her
kids would say, thirsty.
Yeah, very thirsty.
She was so starved, dehydrated,
Yeah.
everything. She just wanted it, especially cash.
She was really good in this. Though,
She was good. Everyone in this movie was
McGuire.
What?
Really?
Yeah. Some of the characters
No
ghosted.
kidding.
I don't know what
Nothing
duck butter
new.
is, but I'm curious now. Alone together.
Yeah, it's garbage.
What?
There's nothing.
Oh, well,
Easy. BoJack Horseman.
I like
Tim and
it.
Eric? Star. Star.
Star?
Star.
What does that mean?
Tim and Eric. If you're on Tim and Eric, you're a star.
Okay. Dude, I don't even know what that is.
You know what Tim and Eric is? Oh, she's untransparent.
Oh no, he offended everybody.
She's in
Die mad
what
about
does she
it.
play in Transparent? Just like minor role, probably. I don't recognize
Oh yeah,
her.
she can't be big. I don't recognize her.
All right, well, we're
But-
getting off topic again. What?
There is no topic.
We're supposed to be
This
discussing
entire
our favorite
movie.
parts.
It's a nightmare.
So your favorite part is that you have no favorite part. What's your favorite part?
Moving on.
I have a
I told
favorite
you.
scene, but I also have a favorite thing from the movie.
All right, go. I'm
My
ready.
favorite scene is when him and his friend Sal have the most polite argument in the world.
I forgot about
Yeah.
that. That was
Never
awesome.
mind, I have a favorite part. I forgot about that.
I laughed through that entire scene. So, I hope you have a good day. Well, I hope your week is fantastic. Well, I hope your month is phenomenal. We'll have a great year.
Oh, you
hope
hope
for
I have
beer.
a great year?
I hope you succeed for life. We'll go out for a beer. I'm buying. No, I'm buying. The most polite fight when
And then Steven, what's his last name?
You.
His character is in the background just like,
because
what?
as ridiculous as this movie, even that didn't make sense to
Yeah.
anyone in it.
Oh, it's so
But I
good.
loved it. Like, their chemistry together was fantastic.
Yeah.
Sal might have been my favorite person in the movie just because every time he talked, it was just so stupid.
Yeah.
And he seemed like that idiot friend that everyone has that's so confident in how smart he is.
Yeah.
He just spews out nonsense
I think
with,
we know a person or two, or I'm sorry, 4 or 5.
with the uttermost confidence. He'd be like, yeah,
This whole
that was
podcast.
good. I got that one right. And my favorite thing in the movie, though, we never really outright get told that the picture by his bedside and at his desk is his dad, but I assume
Oh,
it is.
Yeah.
It was
yeah.
Terry.
No,
No, it wasn't.
No, that's his dad.
That's his dad. It
Yeah.
wasn't Terry.
What?
What kind of a freak keeps a creepy picture of their uncle? Like, different, weird.
Who's
creepy
alive
photos.
still.
Yeah. I love how
I have deeply inappropriate jokes on how to answer that, but that's not where we're going right now.
No, it's definitely his dad who is not alive.
yeah.
But then how his dad? Later,
I-
the picture changes.
That's why I
That's why I
love
thought
it.
it was Terry.
It changes with his mood and things he does.
I thought it was
Like
probably
if he
when-
approves or not.
Like when his dad was disappointed in him if he did something like he had a head like this. At the end, he was like, yeah, all Karate Kid and whatnot.
Yeah, that was
Like
good.
the picture's mood changed with how he would have reacted to what his son was doing. And I love how they didn't really.
Oh shit! I didn't pick up. on
Yeah,
that.
I didn't love.
Really?
I,
Smart. No, I didn't.
I
Yeah,
loved how
that
they
was
didn't
funny.
outwardly shove that down your throat, but it was always there in the background. Like it would kind of pan out towards it and focus for a split second.
Yeah. I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that. There was a lot to digest in this movie.
I feel like you could watch this movie like 3 times and pick up a
Different
million
things
different
every
things.
time,
Yeah.
I definitely gotta see it again. I mean.
Oh, I'm buying this movie for sure.
haven't bought enough trash.
I'll replay that polite fight
Oh, it's so
every
good.
day.
Just have it be your ringtone.
I did. I was just gonna say what I love you, man. Love you too.
Oh, you
If
hope
I'm-
my year is great?
If I'm having a bad day, I'm gonna play that because how can that not make you smile? You
I
have
know.
these two dudes acting like they're gonna. I mean, their voices sound like they're gonna beat the absolute piss out of each other, and then they're just complimenting each other, wishing
Yeah.
each other well, offering to take the other out for a beer, and everyone's just standing around like, is this really happening? It was definitely my favorite scene in the movie.
So director directed this, Boots Riley. What else has he
Nothing.
or she
Nothing.
directed?
Nothing.
The first thing.
Nothing.
But
First
he
thing.
looks,
Shorts.
Nothing.
he looks like he's from the 70s.
Well, didn't they say he does?
He has that
not. He was
those
born in
wicked
70s.
long.
Isn't his background in
Sideburns.
music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of originally filming this movie,
not
I guess he came
Right,
out
not
with a CD because he wanted to record it or shoot it back in 2012 and ended up making a CD instead.
Weird.
He is a rapper, technically, but he's never.
I recognize the name.
I hope he makes a lot
Yeah,
more
I know
movies.
Boots Riley too, but like it's gotta be from humor or something back in the day.
That's what I'm thinking. Like I
Like
don't
he's
know.
outrageous. I think that's what it is.
He's
Yeah.
got such a cool name.
Rob's got some serious name envy right now.
Boots Riley and Army Hammer. So cool.
That was my favorite.
Those have the 2 best real life names,
Yeah.
but every character's name in this movie was a beautiful tongue in cheek to everything about them.
Cash Green.
Cassius Green,
Get that
Detroit.
money.
I didn't even. That's another
What's
thing. I
more
didn't pick up
American
on.
than
What?
a failing
names.
body?
I didn't.
Cash
I didn't
Green.
really either. No.
Cash
It's
Green.
so obvious.
Cassius
Yeah.
goes by
I didn't.
Cash.
I didn't pick
So
up
Yeah.
on that.
Cash is green.
I couldn't even remember
Yep.
the goddamn movie, and
And he said cash is green like a bunch of times.
That's
That was,
almost
like,
how he pronounced it. Yeah, cash is green.
Yeah. Huh.
We
gotta rewatch it.
Seriously,
I'll definitely
There's a
go
lot of
see
good
it
stuff.
again.
Well, if it comes to AMC,
Yeah.
we also fuck surge
we
pricing.
could see it again because we did pay for it.
Absolutely fuck surge pricing.
We did
that's
go.
for another time.
We have Movie Pass, but we did pay for this movie because we wanted to see it so bad. It was
$14, man. Thanks, Massachusetts.
Yeah, by the way, like, if there's any indication as why this happened in the movie industry and why Movie Pass exists, $14 for movie ticket. I can literally buy the movie the day it comes out for $14.
You can buy it on Blu-ray for
Why would
$19.
Right.
Why would you want to
A
sit in
4K
the theater?
steelbook for 27. I keep buying them. I should know.
Stop.
Shit's changing.
Oh, I can. I work for Best Buy.
Shit's changing.
I think it's only on the coast where it's so expensive.
Yeah.
Because I
That's
saw
probably
some
true.
ridiculous shit where the national average is $8.
What?
Where the hell can you get an $8 movie ticket?
We're diverging. Fuck it, we're here. MoviePass's model is based on the center states, where the average movie ticket price at peak time is like $8. Our matinee price is like
12.
47 and you're kidding.
Yeah, it's $12
Your
for a matinee.
firstborn.
What's funny is that's
Third
why
kid.
when you go on Amazon, you'll see movies when they come out brand new on Amazon for $20, but you go to Best Buy for $28, $29.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, you plebs.
Well, do
What?
you want to listen to those people complain about why their porn virus destroyed their computer?
It pays
I didn't get where you were going with that at first.
He's alluding to the fact that I'm a
understand.
Geek Squad agent
I
still.
understand.
Sorry, company. Disclaimer.
All right.
Whatever pays a 30 a rent.
This is true.
So what would you rate this movie?
Are we doing letters or numbers?
Let's do
I mean-
both because I don't know the difference.
I don't even
There
like.
is no difference, but I'm just preference.
Numbers. We're doing numbers.
Numbers.
I like the idea of just going see it, skip it, wait. You know, because breaking it down 1 through 10. I mean, don't do that. That's rude.
I would say everything goes. Let's do a seat or
Yeah.
skip it,
Yeah.
and give it a letter or a number, whatever you want. Whatever you want.
Try it out.
This just got real fucked.
We're all different. We all have opinions.
This movie is definitely go see it.
Yeah.
Buy it when it comes out. And I'm going to give this movie like an 8.5. Because I just enjoyed it. Everything was funny. I mean, oh my god. His friend was fantastic. I think Sal was my favorite character in the movie.
Yeah.
I don't think I appreciated Sal enough now that you're talking about
I
it.
have so many people I know that are that damn stupid
Yeah.
and say everything with the most
I know some of
confidence in their
I
voice.
think we all know
He's right.
some of them.
Know a few. I'm gonna keep alluding.
Moving.
I definitely think you should see this if you really don't want expectations for a deep plot line. Like, it's deep, but like it's up to your imagination on how deep it is. You could think it's like a love story, you could think it's about capitalism, you could think about racism, you could think about whatever the fuck it is you
It's about
want.
all of that, really.
It is, but it's also like about nothing all at the same time.
We saw this in a pretty full theater, and I think seeing it with more people and hearing their reactions to it is also twice as fun. I even love
That's
the
true.
old people getting up and go, my god.
Leaving was like a sign that like, okay, this is a dumb movie. And the people like laughing and being like, why am I here?
Yeah.
It was also a sign this was a great movie. So definitely go see it. 100%. That's not a score. Like an 8.5. Yeah. How you feel?
I think definitely go see it. Yeah, go see it in theaters. If it's a good movie, you should go see it in theaters. Do it, support it. I don't care if you need that.
Especially this movie. Get this guy to make a second movie.
Yeah.
Don't hate on the theaters. Go get a movie pass. See it. I don't care how cheap it is. Go see it. Get it when it comes out. Watch it. Enjoy it. Caress it when you go to sleep.
Or AMC A-list.
Or MCA list, which I'd be
But not that
super
Cinepass bullshit. That thing is a ripoff.
We're getting like real
Cinemia.
heated
have it.
about this.
Yes, Cinemia.
I like it.
You get to see
Thanks.
one movie a month.
Oh, no.
Okay, you probably get to see
Yeah,
three
I get a
movies
better
month.
one. I get
Moving on,
IMAX
Taylor.
4D.
Wait, Evan didn't give his
Oh, I'm
grade.
sorry.
I'm
He
gonna
likes
go
trash things.
8.5. Yeah, I'm gonna go 8.5
You're
too.
trash. I'm gonna
Yeah.
drink
All
your
three of you
beer.
have an 8.5?
Yeah,
Wow, I feel
it's
pressured
fine.
now.
Damn it.
I agree, definitely see it. and now I want to see it again. Now that we're talking about it, I feel like I didn't appreciate it immediately after watching it, but then like thinking back on it now, I'm like, wait, that was actually really awesome, and now I want to buy it. So I give it. I feel like I have to say 8.5. I probably would say 8.5 anyway. Let's go with that. We'll go across the board. 8.5.
Solid B
Solid.
plus.
Solid movie.
Nice.
Good job,
That's
Boots
not
Riley.
quite going on.
I
the
wanna see
fridge,
more
but
from
your
this
parents
guy.
are gonna talk about it.
Well,
Negative.
I think what you said, Justin, when we walked out, because originally I didn't think of it rated that highly, but you made the point like it was different, and I think that's so like critical right now because everything. I feel like every movie and every show is kind of following almost the same type of plot line, and this was just so completely unlike anything I've seen.
Yeah, it's definitely been a couple years since we've seen a movie that you don't know what to expect next necessarily, and that's just the typical movie formula. 2018 is also the year of sequel. I mean Marvel. I'm sorry, Disney. Oh, it doesn't matter. Like, just the sequel fest, and this just was nice. Better than
Refreshing.
Traffic.
This year for me has seemed so random to me. Like, I've
So
seen
far this
many-
year, no movie has been fantastic, but there have been a bunch of enjoyable movies. And-
yeah, all right, yeah.
Enjoyable movies, not great movies, not like, oh my god, this is the next Saving Private Ryan or...
Question, man.
Yeah.
Do you think it's like they're enjoying? Yeah, we're diverging again. Do you think this is like
We've given our review.
watch it?
This is
Y'all can go home
Do you
now.
think
We're just
these
gonna
movies
talk.
are like they're enjoyable because of things like MoviePass and A-list and this stuff? Because like,
I mean-
would we have seen?
Yes.
I would have. I mean, I see so many movies, even if I had Movie Pass. I've done double features in a day before. Like, I'll go with one friend in the morning and a friend at night if there's two movies that are out that I
Would you
want to see.
willingly see knowing, like, you know this movie's trash? Not this one, but a movie's trash.
My god, I saw that stupid piece of shit, The Snowman with Michael Fassbender. I'll watch
that
this
was
movie.
bad, yeah.
That was the worst
You love
movie
Michael
I've
This is a
ever
bad
seen.
group to ask that question
Oh.
too.
Great. It had a couple good gore scenes.
Val
that was it.
Kilmer was such a drunk piece of shit. They had to ADR over his fucking coked out voice the whole movie. He couldn't even open his lips to form words. Half of his scenes were shot from the back. So of course I'll pay for this movie. I pay for that.
All right, whatever.
Well, I am not someone who ever really went to the movies, so I think MoviePass has made movies much more enjoyable.
It definitely helps.
Because
yeah.
then when it sucks, you're like, I didn't really pay for it anyway. Who cares?
I think at some point we need to do like an actual, for our viewers, an actual like Movie Pass, Cinemia, AMC A-list comparison.
Before Movie Pass goes out of business.
Yeah, since we have we have all of Movie Pass, you have Cinemia.
Yeah.
And then
Well, I
Switch
had
to
Movie
A-list.
Pass. We had it when it originally came out for $30.
Oh, yeah.
$30.
It
Even
was-
for
And then I
30,
got
it's
rid of it
still-
because
it'll
I'm like-
still be worth it.
Not enough movies come out to justify $30 a month. I mean,
You're right. I remember what I was paying? Like I was paying at one point. I was
You had
paying
it a long time.
40 or
yeah,
50.
we got it when it first came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
And
it launched at $60 a month.
The main reason I got rid of it and stopped because AMC needs to clean their theaters. That floor is so sticky. There's popcorn everywhere. It's like being in a strip club with
My
linoleum
seat didn't
floors.
even
It's
work.
You
gross.
see how long it took me to get a hot dog from AMC.
I would
Phrasing.
never eat a hot dog from
Freezing?
AMC.
What kind of freezing?
Move on.
Because you said hot dog.
Listen, that was
Justin
childish
is
Archer humor.
Just
Overheating.
move on.
It is very warm. We don't have AC installed yet.
So, are we seeing Equalizer 2 this week for next week?
Oh, I've
Can
seen
we?
it, but I
Yes.
want-
You've seen it?
Yeah, of course I have. Denzel's my man.
You
So
have
we're
the
gonna-
first one? We were just saying, where can
It's
we
so
see the first
good.
one?
I have it too.
We wanna
It's
check
my
Justin
it
room.
out.
has it.
It's
You
all
wanna
in
do
Boston. All shot in Boston. You can be like, oh shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
Both
not a
of them?
selling point.
Fucking Boston
It's
kid.
a
Rob.
shithole kid.
Both of them? One
Yeah.
and two?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
No, he doesn't have to.
Yeah, no, I have one.
No, two is
Shot
in
in
theaters.
Boston.
I was saying are both
All
shot
shot
in
in
Boston.
Yeah.
Boston.
Half the people on our set worked on
I
it.
want to see two. It was shot in Boston.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Ben worked on it.
That's cool.
All of Ben's peeps worked on it.
Ben Peeps.
Ben,
Ben rolls pretty deep.
Ben rolls pretty deep.
Anyway, we're done.
All right, so you want to do an Equalizer 1 and 2 review?
Could do that.
I'm down.
And,
But-
Let's do that.
See what comes out this week.
I
too.
just want to say in closing,
Oh, you did this despite me.
you shut your mouth. If you have to go potty, you go now.
Watch it.
What just happened?
He knows, and I know. That's all that matters.
Say your piece, big man.
If everyone that complains about no original movies just shut the hell up and went to go watch these actual original movies and they made money, they'd be making more original movies to be marketed.
Right. Yes, that's true. The problem is sequels sell like 5 times more than OGs.
But
They all
always suck.
complain about
New
no
IPs.
original movies. There's so many original movies, just nobody goes sees them.
That's the problem.
It's true. That's why Movie Pass wins.
It's also because the people complaining about no original movies are also the people who won't go to the fucking theaters because they think there are no original movies.
Expensive.
And as a
All right.
result, they only go to like Kendall Square or Coolidge Corner or like
No knee
Wayland
room.
Community or Dedham Community.
Theaters that were built when the
All right,
tallest
thanks
man
for
was 5
watching
foot
our
two.
beautiful podcast or listening to it on supported services. Please come see us next Tuesday, every Tuesday. We might fuck up, but occasionally.
It's gonna be there sometime.
Have a good whatever your drive is to work.